talking with a friend of mine, and God started to reveal more levels of perversion, or more faces of perversion, if you will. The spirit of perversion is what I have been talking about, exposing how it's converting children and replacing women, how it's attacking motherhood and womanhood. Perversion is taking over the land, it's taking over our nation, our cities, the people, and it's going to continue to increase. I have to sound the alarm on this stuff because it's having dire effects on us, and it's going to increase. So talking with a friend, and we somehow got on the subject of sex trafficking. And talking about sex trafficking, God just started revealing more to me, and I started to understand, you know what, this actually comes from perversion also. Because what does sex trafficking do? It's taking women against their will, taking children against their will. It perverts their sexuality, and then eventually it converts them into the lifestyle. It converts them into the industry. So it's replacing women. It's replacing women's, like I talked about in my previous video, our natural and original intention for sex, and it's perverting it, and then converting women and children into the lifestyle, into the industry, perverting their sexualities, and then crime is involved with that. It's criminal, it's illegal. Not to mention all the other things that it is. I can go on and on and on. But that just came up, and it was like, wow, man, it makes so much sense that why with this border crisis that you seeing so much sex trafficking. It's perversion, and no one is talking about these kinds of things. Watch Newsmax, because they report on these kinds of things, where other news stations are purposefully leaving these stories out and not talking about them. Newsmax is covering these kinds of stories with the border crisis. I think it's like, at this point, 5 million plus foreigners and people that have crossed the border illegally for 4 years straight, since President Biden have been in office for 4 years. There has been like 5 million people, so that's 1 million plus people every year. And I've been following it, so it's like tens of thousands of people per day, y'all, that's coming into the country illegal, and they're sex trafficking the children. So it's not like I'm making this stuff up. Go research. It's like facts at this point. It's well documented, factual information that there's a sex ring happening at the borders where they're infiltrating the children, taking the children, selling the children, and the women in a lot of cases into sex trafficking. They have paid people to help them to cross the border and get over here, and they think they about to just come to America and live a good life, but really they're being sold off into sex trafficking. The drugs that are coming, listen, all of this stuff is about perversion. It's not about the politics, okay? So I'm not the Bible, I'm not against foreigners. The Bible tells us to love foreigners, to take care of them, take care of the widows, take care of the orphans, take care of the foreigners. Even in the book of Ruth, they had to God commanded them to leave the sheaves of the field for the foreigners to glean, meaning leave the leftovers for the foreigners to have something to eat, y'all. So God cares for the foreigners. I'm not against people from other countries. I love everyone, but the truth of the matter is that it is illegal and unlawful to come into another country illegally. You can't do that anywhere else. Tell me another country where you can just come in free willy-nilly and they just gonna take care of you and give you money and help you and do all that. We need to help people, but we need to do it the right way, is what I'm trying to say. I hope y'all follow me. Former President Trump talked about all of this stuff, and he was hated for it because he was telling the truth. So, but it's not about any of that. It's about the spirit of perversion that's behind all of these things that's happening. So I know we don't care. We just don't care, y'all. That's just the truth of the matter. We don't care until it's affecting our cities, till it's affecting our children, till it's affecting our people. But it's coming a time when it's about to affect your city, because cities are running out of resources. The government ain't helping them. So they just having to figure out on their own how to house people, how to get people resources, how to put them in the schools, You know what I'm saying? And a lot of these foreigners come from different gods, different religions, different belief systems. I'm not speaking against all of that, although I don't believe in any of that because I'm a Christian. But I'm just saying you have to consider these things that's coming into the land. All of this is the spirit of perversion, okay? All of this comes from the spirit of perversion. Crime, unlawfulness, illegal activity is just pouring into our country, y'all. It's pouring into our country, and we have to stand against it. We have to be aware and alert and be sober of what's going on around us and what's happening, because before we know it, man, it's gonna be too late to do anything about it. So pray against the spirit of perversion, everyone. Pray against sex trafficking. Pray against crime and unlawfulness, the drugs that's causing, millions and millions of overdoses. This stuff is happening right here in my city, so I can't deny it. I can't deny it. I'm sitting here watching children die every day. That's why my heart is full for children. We don't care until it's our own children that's being perverted, till it's our own child being perverted. I care. I care. I have to sit here and live in this city where children kill children. 9-year-old, maybe a week or two ago, just killed a 7-year-old. 9-year-old child, y'all, killed a 7-year-old. You see nothing but black men on the news, 18, 19, 17, going to jail. Murder. We got to take our cities back, y'all. We got to get serious about our lives and stop walking around under an umbrella with our eyes closed, playing on TikTok all day, trying to follow memes and trends. None of that stuff matters anymore. We got to get serious about our lives, get this demonic activity out of our culture, and take back the power, the favor, the wealth, the healing, everything that belongs to us. Because soon and very soon, that's why I'm sounding the alarm on these things. Soon and very soon, it's going to be too late to do anything about it. It's going to be too late. So we need to speak while we have freedom of speech to speak. We need to speak while we have that freedom. Why do you think everybody pouring into our country? Because they don't have that freedom over there. They'll shut their social media off. They'll shut their food off where they can only get rations of food per day and per week and per month. We are so blessed in the land of America. So we need to be appreciative. We need to stand up, and we need to, more than anything else, be prayerful, be watchful, man. Be sober and be alert.